This episode is brought to you by Leo Bato and Associates, ang realtor na patok.
Visit abaeservices.com for fast medical transcription service. This podcast episode is brought to you by AB Music Creative.
Who was Edwin growing up? And the reason why I want to ask you this is because I want my goal, our mission, JJ and I and Michael, our mission is when people watch this podcast, people like you inspire them to actually think that if that guy can do it, what's stopping me from pursuing my dream?
Yeah.
So what made you pursue what you want?
I think it's because I was so both my parents worked full time.
As what?
My father was an accountant. My mom is now a retired nurse. But when they work, they would see each one of them at certain times. So our television, for me, my TV was my babysitter. So I would watch a lot of TV and stuff.
How many siblings do you have?
I have a sister and a brother.
Your middle child? No.
I'm the oldest.
Oh, that's okay.
So growing up as a kid in Chicago, I would just watch TV all the time. Maybe a lot of the TV shows and movies, I was kind of like, can I be part of that world? Can I just jump into the
Really?
tube?
How old were you when you had this rhetoric in your
I
head?
was 6 or 7, I guess.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when you went to school, did you join plays, those extracurricular?
That's
no?
the other thing. It's like I never knew there was such a thing that existed for us to go into. Like I thought, can I just jump into the TV set
Okay.
instead? But I didn't know that. And then the other thing is that when Star Wars came out,
Oh, heck yeah.
theaters, that totally turned my views. Like, oh, I can't. Well, there's two instances. Star Wars, when it came out, that was 77, I think. And then in 80, before I left, in 80, Steve McQueen, and he was shooting a film called The Hunter near our school. And I never saw a filming take place live like that. So we went out and saw him. Well, we saw a stuntman jump from one roof to another. But I met
Steve McQueen.
Steve McQueen. I was like, oh my! I was a kid, like. But I.
So these incidents left impressions in you, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Again, I wasn't able. I didn't really pursue it still because you still have your parents going like, you're a Catholic boy, stay in Catholic school, or when you got to high school or college, like become a nurse or something like that.
Okay. Let's talk about that part of the dinner table conversation. Did you ever get the courage to say, I want to be an actor?
I think I said that because when I finally said something, because I'm going to make this part short. It's just when I got to, after high school, when I was struggling in high school because I couldn't pass this particular math test to get into college, and I don't want to repeat a grade, I finally passed it. And then I went, and I tried getting inside UCLA and all these other universities I wanted to go to, and I wasn't qualified to get in. So I went.
You were still in Chicago or here?
I
in
was
LA?
here
Okay.
already. So I went to a community college. I went to Santa Monica College.
Oh,
Which
nice.
I think it's the best community college,
Yeah.
I think. I went there. But because I was still thinking as a high school kid, I was kind of not being serious about being in college. So and this is embarrassing, folks, to be suspended from a community college for a year. Oh my God. I didn't tell my parents, like, why are you out of college? I decided to take a job. I can't afford college now. It was a community college. Get out of my face. I'm going to work. Didn't really tell them I got suspended. Oh my God. So I did 4 years working at a Kmart on 3rd and Fairfax, and it taught me discipline, maturity, right over like that. And then I went back to college. I went back
Prepared.
I was more prepared. I was more matured, and plus I knew what I want. I don't want to take.
Wait, okay.
Well,
Wait, plus you knew what you want. So during your 4 year stint in Kmart, you...
God rest in peace. Bye.
I think the last one was here on Rosemead in San Gabriel. I kid you not. We had a Kmart until before the pandemic. So, did you figure that, I'm going to pursue acting? Was it during your Kmart stint that you figured out?
Yeah. Because I decided, like, I've been kind of saying yes to my parents. It's not their future. It's mine.
How easy is it to think that way? Because, by the way, you don't speak Filipino.
No.
But then again, the mentality of, oh my God, up until your crossroad, you were like, sheesh, this is what they want for me, and this is what I have to do because this is what they want for me. That's a Filipino cultural thing.
Mm-hmm.
It took you a while to break away from that mold, right? To say, this is not their future, this is mine.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
How long was that inner conflict? All your life?
I think it started maybe I got into college because they were still wanting me to be a nurse. They wanted to be a nurse by the time I got into college. So that was 1, 2. Well, hold on. 1, then got suspended, and then 4 years. That's 5 now. And then when I finally went back, I told them, "Hey, listen, I'm gonna do what I want to do,"
Which was
producing. I was afraid to say acting. You know, I figured producing is a much more stable job, I think.
So this was you talking to an accountant, trying to run the numbers and assess the risk, and your mom, who was a nurse, who actually certainly would always have a job, and here you are, I am going to be a producer.
That would be a safer bet to say to them because it sounds more stable than just an acting job. And in fact, in a way, I kind of prepared myself for that because I had actor friends in high school and they would tell me all these crazy stories. So I decided in college, well, okay, I can still pursue acting, but I'm going to have to get a stable job when I get out of here. So I'll pursue a television producing job because that's a much more stable job. We don't go
Right.
seasonal at all. We just get a job. That's it. When I graduated from, after San Marcos College, I transferred to Cal State Northridge, and I studied, television production, radio, everything, film production, everything I can think of, even the business part of it too.
So how many years of college now? 8 or 6?
Maybe it sounds like 8 to me.
It sounds like 8, right?
Because I did 2 years at CSUN, and I'm like, okay, I can't continue.
Oh, you did season 2?
Yeah, because I had to get that bachelor's degree.
Michael Abad did season.
Yeah. So I didn't want to hit 10 years of college. Golly. And those grants. Anyway, so I graduated from CSUN, and then I went out to Hollywood.
As an intern.
As an intern, I did internship at Real Stories of the Highway Patrol.
How many years as an intern?
It doesn't matter. Well, for me, I did maybe one season on that.
So one season is like a full year.
I guess, yeah.
The reason why I'm saying is because people think that just because you studied TV production and all these stuff and even got major subjects under your belt, when you go to Hollywood, you still have to go start at the bottom as an intern.
Yeah. Or a production assistant.
Yes.
Either way. And then those two things, like if you figured you survived high school, becoming an intern and worse, a PA in and you don't know anybody or trust. I mean, it's like you have to start over again with this mindset, like who, not to trust, but I mean, I don't want to say that, but it's true. Who to trust, who will be the closest people that you can call your friends that will support you no matter what happens to you. That's also difficult to figure out who your real friends are.
Is it really a dog-eat-dog world in Hollywood?
I think I feel that if you don't have, because
like from the bottom all the way to the top, it's really dog-eat-dog.
it is, at least from my experience, it was dog eat dog.